Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Teacher Daniela, and today we're gonna start with the Unit 1 of the level pre intermediate of Headway 5th edition. Okay, so in this unit, we're going to see our grammars, are the tenses, and questions. Our vocabulary, right word and wrong word, everyday English, social expressions. We're reading a blind date, listening, eh, the three types of friends we all need, and writing filing forms. Okay, so let's start. Okay, right here we have three questions down here. So, number one, do the boy and girl know each other? What do you think, guys? How do you think the conversation began? Number two, what do you think they're talking about now? Number three, what do you think is going to happen next? Okay, so please answer to these questions. And let's start with the lesson one. Okay, so right here we have the grammar, tenses, and questions. Right here we need to match the questions with the answers. Here we have the numbers, and right here we have the letters. Okay, for example, where were you born? What do you think is the right question? What do you do? Are you married? Why are you learning English? When did you start learning English? How often do you have English classes? Okay, and after that, let's go to the page 129 and look for the audio 1.1. So, page 129. Ready? Here we go. Okay, so right here we can look for the audios. And if it's not here, let's go back and listen it. Come on, let me put it.
1.1 Getting to know you. 1,
Where were you born?
In Hamburg, Germany.
2,
What do you do?
I'm a student.
3,
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
4,
Why are you learning English?
Because I need it for my job.
5,
When did you start learning English?
2 years ago.
6,
How often do you have English classes?
Twice a week.
Okay, so that is the audio. So please relate the questions to the answers. Okay, now my life up to now. Okay, look at the photo and listen to Branna. Okay, where does she come from? Where is she now? What's a busker? Say one thing about her present, past, and future. Complete the text with the verbs from the boxes. Okay, so now right here we have these verbs. Okay, and then we have them right here. Come, come, was born, and was born. Okay, so we need to talk about her present, her past, and her future. Okay, then when you finish this in your own words, talk to work with a partner and talk to each other about Branna begin life. Okay, begin like this. Branna comes from Ireland, but she is studying in London at the moment because. Because what, guys? Okay, so please do not advance if you don't have this page done. Okay, let's continue. Now, for the lesson for the next part, Branna's parents, Connor and Karen McGrady. Okay, retired teachers, empty nesters, and global travelers. Okay, here we have. Okay, now look at the photos and read about Connor and Karen. Who are they? Do they both work? What do you think about an empty nester is? What do you think it is? What are they doing now? Okay, now for this audio, I recommend you to go to the page 129 and look for this audio 1.3. It's this one. Connor and Karen McGrady, retired teachers, empty nesters, and global travelers. Okay? So please read this text and after that, let's continue. Okay? So now let's complete the questions about them. Ask and answer them. Okay? Come on. Then go back to the same page, page 129, and read and practice again. Okay? Number 7, talking about you. Write 2 sentences each about your present, past, and future. One is true and one is false. Okay, here we have an example. I live in the center of the town. No, you don't. You live in a flat. Okay, so please write your examples. After that, in the grammar spot, find examples of present, past, and future tenses in audio script 1.3 on page 129. Okay, then name 2 tenses in these sentences. What is the difference between them? She comes from Ireland. She's living in London at the moment. Okay. Now, in the number 3, let's match the questions and answers. Okay, and here we have a grammar reference on the page 142. Okay, so let's go check it. Okay, the tenses, here we have it. Present tenses, past tenses, and future forms. Okay, so here we have the present tenses. She lives in London. I earn $100 a day. I'm saving money for my education. And they're studying in a language school. Here we have also the past tense. They moved to Canada 30 years ago. I had a bad accident last month. And we have the future forms. I'm going to study for a master's degree. What are you doing tonight? Okay, so those are the tenses, guys. So when you finish this, let's go to the next page. And please do not advance if you don't have this done. Thank you. Okay, now practice a student in Canada asking questions. Okay, here we have what, where, who, why, which, how often, how much, and how many. Here we have a little interview to a student. Okay, so let's look for the audio 1.5 on the page 129. Listen and check. Find examples of present, past, and future tenses in the interview. Then practice the interview with the partner. Okay, so when you finish this, whose or whose whose, who is, or whose asks about possession. Example, who's calling? It's my brother. Whose phone is ringing? It's mine. Okay, and in this part, choose the correct word and compare your answers with the partner. Okay, then listen to the sentences. Audio 1.6, page 129. Okay. After that, talking about you. Each of these questions has one word missing. Okay. So write it in. Example number one. What do you like doing in your free time? Okay. So look for the missing word. And after that, check it. Okay. You can find the audios on the page 129. And after that, ask and answer the questions with a partner. Okay? Listening and speaking. The three types of friends we all need. Okay, so the first activity right here, okay, write names of some of your friends and talk to a partner about them, okay? Why do you like them? Who is your oldest friend? According to a magazine article, we all need three types of friend. Number one, forever friend. Number two, new friend. And number three, reunited friend. Okay, so look at the photo and listen to Jess 27 talking about her three friends. Which type of friend is each one? Write their names in the chart below. Okay, so let's go now to the page 129 and let's look for the audio. Let's see if it's here. Yes, just three friends. So please read all this and then go back and complete this chart. Okay, after that, after you complete this, answer to the questions about the friends. Whose grandparents would like to meet the friends? Whose moms became good friends? Who went to Newcastle University? Who's working near Jess? Who had a nickname at school and why? Which friends make Jess laugh? Which friend lived abroad? Where? Who is the wild friend? Why? Okay, so please complete those questions. Okay, answer them. Now, what do you think? Discuss in small groups. Which friend do you think is the most important to Jess? Do you have these types of friends in your life? Tell us about them. How many real friends can a person have? Is it okay for someone to have just one or two friends? Do social media sites make people feel they need more friends? How and why? Okay, so please answer to those questions too. And let's continue. Okay, now reading and speaking, a blind date. In a survey, 10,000 couples were asked how and where they first met. How do you think is the most couple met? Discuss with a partner and match align with the percentage. Okay. How did they meet? And here we have the percentage. Okay. Then let's listen and check. Remember, go to the page 129. Okay. Number two, look at the photos and read the introduction to the magazine article. Okay, so this is the introduction. Okay, please read it. What is a blind date? Who are the people? How old are they? What are their jobs? Where did they meet? Okay, so we have two readings. We have a Kitty says about Ross and Ross says about Kitty. Oh, Katie, sorry, Katie. Answer to the questions about your own person. Which question can't you answer? Okay. Compare your answers with someone from the other group. Okay. So please compare your answers. And what happened next? Do you think Katie and Ross will become boyfriend and girlfriend? Why? Can you see any problems? Let's discuss them. Okay. And on the next page, we have Ross talking about Katie. And here we have the vocabulary. Some adjectives can end both in ed and ing. Match the lines. Okay, Katie was interested, or Katie was interesting. Okay, so please relate it to the correct eh, answer. And now complete the adjectives with ed or ing in the number 8. Okay, then let's continue. Okay, vocabulary, right word and wrong word. Okay, use a dictionary to do these exercises. Verbs of similar meaning. Okay, so choose the correct verb for each line. Let me give you the first example. I want to traveling next year. So I want to go traveling next year. They they play a lot of ice hockey in Canada. Okay? So please try to do it similar to this, okay? So, in the number 2, adjectives and nouns that go together. Underline 2 nouns that go with each adjective. Important. What can be important, guys? I think a person can be important, or maybe a meeting can be important. Okay? So please relate it like this. Now, on the number 3, let's complete the sentences with the correct preposition. Remember, please repeat this vocabulary 3 times in English, 1 in Spanish. To, and in Spanish. From, in Spanish. Okay? Come on. Now, on the number 4, what are the 2 meanings of date in this sentence? I met my husband in a blind date. Dates and raisins are good for you. Okay. Write 2 sentences that show 2 different meanings. Okay, for example, I left my country last year. Or um, turn on the left. Okay, can you see the difference? Now we have left, kind, train, and mean. Okay? And listen then to some example answers. Okay, please do your own. And remember, do not advance if you're not done with this page. Okay, now on the page 17, Everyday English, Social Expressions. 1. In everyday situations, we use a lot of social expressions. Look at the photos. What are the situations? Complete the conversations with the words below. Okay, here we have afraid, help, looking, much, seat, thanks, and trouble. Okay? Remember, please repeat them 3 times in English and then 1 in Spanish. For example, help, 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 ayuda. Okay, like this. And then complete these conversations. After that, let's listen and check. Okay, so let's put the conversation. We can read it on the page 130. Okay, come on. Now, make more conversations with lines from A and B. Okay, good morning. And then choose an answer. Okay, after that, let's go and look for the audio 1.14. And then you can check your answers. Okay, now say an expression from A. Can your partner give the correct response for B? Number 5. These are the possible next lines in the conversations. Match them with A and B in 3. Then listen and check. Okay, and in the number 6, with your partner, choose one of the conversations and continue it. Okay, like this. Good morning. Good morning. Lovely day. Yes, it's really warm for the time of year. They say it's going to rain again tomorrow. Enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, and let's continue. Remember, do not go to the next page if you're not finished with this page. And finally, writing, filing forms. When do you file in forms? Give some examples. Okay, maybe an interview work. Let's see, match the headings and the questions. Okay, first name. How can we ask for the first name? I think it's the letter D. What is your first name? Okay, so please relate it like this. Now, on the number 3, follow these instructions. Write your name in capital letters. So, capital letters. Okay, my name is Daniela, so please write your names in capital letters. Choose your gender. If it's male, if you're a boy, you choose male. If you're a girl, you choose female. Okay, and then delete were not applicable. Mr., Mrs., Miss, or Mrs. Then your date of birth, day, month, and year. Your phone number, including your country code, and write your postcode. Write your signature. Okay, su firma. After that, let's continue. Right here, capital letters. Okay, your gender. Your family name, that's your last name. Your date of birth. Your first name. Nationality. First language, level of English, address in your country, occupation, email address, emergency contact, example, a relationship to a student, okay? Type of accommodation required, like a homestay, hostel, student resident, or another. If it's another, please specify like, I don't know, my sister's house, my brother's house, okay? Any medical conditions we should be aware for? Where did you hear about the school? Your date of arrival, your date of departure, and your reason for learning English. How many hours do you want to study? And then your signature. Okay, so now, guys, we are done with this unit. Now, let's talk about your project. Okay, so for our project, guys, in this unit, we are going to talk about ourselves and answer to some basic questions. Okay, so your project is going to be like this. Okay, hi, my name is Daniela Moya. I am 24 years old. I was born on Reynosa, Tamaulipas. Um, I am married. Okay, so say your personal information, talk about your past, talk about your present, and talk about your future. What are you planning for the future? Okay, so and will please send your projects. Okay, remember you need to have your hook, your project, and your speaking exam. And after that, you can do your writing exam. Okay, see you next time. Goodbye.